23 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters. And he'll be staring across from the legend himself, Sugar Ray Leonard. 145 pounds, 5'9" tall with a reach of 70.5 inches.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
It'll be ding-ding from birth brother off.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
What a night it is. You can hardly hear yourself speak. The atmosphere, the people at ringside. This is ridiculous.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They block that jab. Punch, counter punch. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. No rest for the weary. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it.
Here we go for round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every trick.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. The perfect counter lands. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Catch and shoot. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Good counter punching. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he scores with the counter. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. The perfect counter. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here. On to the fourth we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Just misses with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
Crawford got hit hard, and down he goes. That body shot right there paralyzed him and won him the fight.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round ones. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Time for the 5th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
It's a straight right, just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Catch and shoot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Crawford is dazed. Let's see that again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your throw.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
There's a counter shot. His jab just got blocked. Legs are all over the place. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. There's the bell for round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. Counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Has to be careful for that risk. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're in round 7. Here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He parries that left jab away. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchange here from both men. Sugar Ray. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, you got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
How about that time counter shot? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round. And there's the bell for round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Has to be careful. Crawford in trouble. They still standing.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady up.
What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
I've got to see that again.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. talk about Leonard in that last round. A lot of work. And we enter the ninth. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Good defense stopping that jab. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. His jab just got blocked. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Straight right just misses. His jab just got blocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. And here comes the 10th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
A lot of effort being exerted here. We wanted action, and they are delivering. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Tried to land the left. Hold that thought! Sugar Ray's in trouble! Sugar Ray is down on the canvas! It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we continue.
Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a white one.